What's good, YouTube and Twitch? We're live to both for maybe one of the last times with those new regulations, and we have the Tournament of Madness crazy round 4. If you are not used to it, essentially the ban list evolves throughout the tournament, and round 4 is consistently the most crazy, and the unbans are ridiculous, but our contestants also must play 15 total bricks and probably a 60 card deck, confronting the sea at 3, Garoth at 3, Shining Angel at 3, Chronomaly, Soul Monolith, and Inzektor Orb, all picked from bulk and chosen by chat. However, all the Dragon Rulers are free at 3, Level Eater, Fairy Tail, Snow Thunder Dragon, Colossus, Galaxy Dark Eyes, Galaxy Tomahawk, Galaxy Eyes, Dark Matter Dragon, Ancient Fairy, Chaos Ruler, so many things, Argapane, LP, the good old Sam memes, and a ton of broken spells like Grass, Graceful, Pot. So let's go ahead and see how this turns out with Hunter Lloyd versus David, and let's go ahead and get into it. Hunter Lloyd has won multiple of our tournaments, and, you know, David Huss out here in his own right, also pretty good at the game. They are undefeated. Hunter saying his deck is insane, and if you're wondering what they're playing for, first place in this tournament gets $200 tier 0 credit and a YCS Japan Hayate mat. So let's go ahead and see it. Shout out to the Madmen for this round. This is a crazy round. Bricks, draw power, definitely can be one-sided games or in-depth, really good back and forth games. Let's see how it goes. So it looks like RPS has decided. Hunter should be first. And let me make sure our duelists know that they can begin and play. Go ahead. You just asked me. All right. So I asked him, a painful choice out the gate is absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to see, select 5 cards from the deck, show them. Your opponent selects 1, add them, and you quote-unquote discard the remaining. If we take it at face value, that's 3 Eclipse Weaver's Blaster. Okay. And Title. Safe to say, if you draw the bricks, your game's not necessarily over. Which one? Obviously, he's giving him an Eclipse Weaver in the hand, I would assume. Yep. So, if this card's into the graveyard, banish a level 7 or higher Light or Dark Dragon type monster. And then once banished from the graveyard. Chaos Emperor Dragon is unerrated for the round, by the way. So this is its original card text, where it just blows up the entire hand and does damage and all that. Pretty darn crazy. So within the Tournament Madness, viewers can impact what the duels have to go through. $5 bans any card all tournament long, with the only stipulation being the unbans from bulk, where people have to play them, or $15 unbans a card from the FNL list or unerratas it completely in the game and puts it to 3. It can only be used in 1 round, and round 4 is the survive round, where quite often duelists have this just gauntlet of absolutely insane cards that the chat puts them through. Pisty in the EMZ, not the most optimal place in the world for it, and here it is, Chicken Game popping off. Gonna let him draw a card. Black Metal Dragon in the grave too. Pot of Greed, draw 2 more, why not? So many resources already. Ah, yes, the gamer. Chaos Space, extra draw power, not banned yet in the tournament. The ban list is thick, by the way. There is probably about 700 something cards banned at this point. It is absolutely nuts. So there goes Brotar, very Dragon Linky with the Dragon Rulers, it's looking like. We have had duelists come in with Buster Bladers during this round and absolutely wreck Dragon Rulers in the face. And yo, huge dono here.
Ban all the aliens cards, smiley face. Petty revenge.
Every alien card gets banned in the tournament going round 5 and after from this. Thank you, Red Eyes Man, so much. Petty revenge. Aliens took you out? Oh no, the abduction. I guess reverse abduction with them banned from the tournament. Alright, so here we go. Plenty of room still to wiggle. We have Chaos Space in the grave, which will eventually also be able to do things depending on if you want to keep the Eclipse Weavers tied, etc. We'll have to see what he goes for. Definitely, like, the ceiling on this round is higher than any, and then you get the stupidest bricks along. Just adding in his head. Wait, what? Oh, also Magical Explosion is at 3 in this round for reasons. Right. Oh, here we go. Protector Whelp. We do have Buster Locks maybe on deck. Or just, you know, the way up. There it is. Collapse Serpent. Good old Cola. It's at 3 in this round. I believe you can only summon these once a turn, though. By banishing, you can add the one. Is it? You cannot normal summon or summon. Must be special summoned by banishing one dark monster from your graveyard. You can only special summon white. Yeah. So it is summoned once per turn. OPT. Hi, future me. Hello. Might also be a little tipsy during this 24-hour stream. I say that is not sponsored. Ah, there's Red Eye's Darkness Metal coming down. Gonna use its effect. Brotar effect. Eclipse Weaver and Ridiculous. That's the third Eclipse Weaver, and I do believe. Now Chaos Faces Prime. Rocket Tracer. This is like the ultimate Dragon Link compilation, I suppose. And David just has to sit back here and watch. Warrior of Oz. He's going to have to be a warrior to get through this board. I do wonder if Madoka plans to take care of his own chicken game, or if it'll be left up as a resource. There's Blaster. Slowly getting to maybe Tomahawk access, I'm not sure. Chaos Emperor going to hand. Levianeer going to hand. Levianeer can hand rip. Terraforming, probably for another chicken game. Oh no! Boot Sector Launch. Not going to bother to Striker Dragon or anything for it. Is this a Saryu? It is a Saryu. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Makes perfect sense. Yo! Thanks for the donut. 5 bands of my choice.
I can't keep up with the list at this point.
Let's go! I'm super down. After we ban every alien in the game. Saryu's going to put several cards back after drawing 4. 3 go back. I remember Billy, when this card was announced, he called it a Pokemon card. And it does ring, too. I remember, like, so many people wanting this banned, and then it just got power crept. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? Now it's used mostly only in degenerate decks, kind of like Dark World. Here we go. Special. Maybe I'll be Tracer. Tracer effect. Gotta take care of that chicken game. I was wondering about that. Tracer, the perfect card to do so, and get a resource out of it. Here comes Recharger. Synchro Summon. We'll see what he's bringing out. Chaotical Magical Dragon, which is at 3 in this round as well. There go some of those bricks we mentioned. Confronting the Sea. The Chronomaly. Not all stuck in his hand. We do have to wonder how many are stuck in each player's hand. Alright, so considerations now that we have more resources. Chaos Emperor touching down. Will it just be an overlay material? What's going to happen with it? What's it going to do? I mean, Chaotical Magical Dragon can just come back after, you know, he booms it. He's got to worry about his opponent's Dragon Rulers, but not as much. His resources are really, really set here. Lancias, they are not banned yet. A lot of hand traps are. Oh, he's saying these two are gone. And boom. There goes the Dynamite. 300 for each card sent this way. That's a lot of damage. Is that a Nemesis Corridor? It is. Salt Charge legal in the round. Oh, these are not what you want to see in your graveyard for David. And Madoka-chan looks like he's going to be cleaning up unless there's just an absolutely absurd rip top deck back. This is not how you want to see your game won. Unless you're, you know, Hunter. Multiple time champion of the tournament. Looking like smooth sailing for G1. Well, he just passes. He says, my graveyard's good. What you got? Let's see. Go ahead. Draw. No Pot of Greed. No Graceful. Might be one of those terrible bricks. Here comes Chaotical Magical Dragon back. Only 4,400 life points to, take care of. Here comes Blaster. Game threat on board. Hunter considering options. And there is the scoop phase. Absolute devastation. Hand completely ripped by the old school Chaos Emperor Dragon. Crazy. I do want to shout out here a little sellout as these duelists do side deck. That Gamer's Choice is doing a sale that will be up through the weekend. No code needed. No code What's Good 5. You do support the channel whenever purchasing, and they have a lot of unique cards. PlayStation, PSA slabs, multiple card games, and a lot of unique high-end flavors between EU cards, damaged cards. Really cool, awesome stuff. So be sure to check out the sale over here. Gamer's Choice, if you're watching this on its initial weekend up, Gamer's Choice has it going on over on their website. Definitely just some really cool stuff on their sale. All right, so we see he's actually going to get a turn now, David. What's he going to do? Just don't draw a bunch of those 15 bricks in your deck. You can do it. How are you doing, chat? Late at night here. We're in round 4 at just before midnight. We're cruising through this tournament pretty fast. If you ever want to join one of these, just look out for the 24-hour streams notifications always in the Discord. A lot of duelists that would be in the chat are, of course, in their rounds as well. That was nuts. It was. Chaos Imp with backup. Days on days. By the way, if you are wondering about the goal here, I'm slowly collecting the OCG ultis that we did not get in English over time, extended art and regular, like Guy of the Dragon Champion, Summon Skull, and such as those. It's just one of the first times I've ever actually gone back for card collecting through a stream goal, rather than like an improvement of life or equipment goal, and it feels pretty good. I'm lagging? Lag is bad. By DC, it is what it is. Not on feature. Not after that performance. I know Hunter's also, while fighting in this tournament, on the way to a regional. Alright, here's Gold Sark. Hopefully not passing through the middle of nowhere. Necroface, we got mills going on for both players. Each player banishes 5 cards from the top of the deck. There goes double Wyver Burster and a Thunder Dragon. Graceful as well. What's going to be banished over here? Another Necroface. Oh, he's on Explosion for game 2. You can side out those cards. So those bricks that were there before, they can be sided out. They're not necessarily going to be here in game 2, obviously. In the future, that might change. We might make you play them all 3 games. And there is Garoth. He chose to keep. I guess his side isn't as thick as we thought. I mean, lights and stuff work for it. There is a Thunder Dragon, the Roar. So Roar's going to be able to pop off. Colossus is a card in this format. Every partner. Oh no. Here we go. It's Thunder Dragon Dark. In defense, Graceful Charity, draw 3, discard 2. It does feel like a lot of work for not a ton of results so far. It's every spell card in your graveyard for explosion, right? There goes that other Necroface. I'm wondering what the purpose of Necroface is. Pot of Greed, back to 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Yeah, Ulti BLS is beautiful. I do want the OG BLS as well. Nemesis Corridor, that's going to be easy access. Thunder Dragon Colossus, which will actually shut down as well this. Maybe Necroface has a little deck out potential. Or just resource stealing. Card destruction. He wanted to keep one of these too. Salt Charge going to grave. Maybe it's the second one down. There goes Eclipse Wyvern. And Dragonhawk, which Dragonhawk could be huge here. Well, it's only if it's banished or sent from field to grave. So Eclipse Wyvern's going to banish a resource that Hunter wants. Dueling Book is currently experiencing some issues, not the Duelist. Okay. Lucky to have DB staff on hand during these tournaments at times. Thank you, Genx, to be able to tell us how exactly what is working and why and what's happening to the players. Streamer privilege. Not really. Alright, Graceful Charity. Draw 3. Discard 2 more. A lot of Pot of Greed Graceful's going on here. That DB algorithm. I'm shocked that he hasn't made Colossus yet with this. There's Chaos Space. A lot of hand traps gone. Oh, there goes Fairy Tale Snow. And 3. I mean, it can trig. Depends when he wants it to. Pot of Greed again. What does it do? Draw 6 cards at this point. That's all 3 of them. Absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. I don't know that I believe what I'm seeing. 3 Pot of Greeds. Normal summon Necroface. Gonna send every banished back. I believe it has a button. Now in Dueling Book. I actually asked for that to happen. I believe my request was heard. I think it has a button. Waiting for permission. Yeah, it's going quick now. Yeah, there's a button. Yeah, that was specifically my request after so many deck building challenges. And it finally went through. So that's a big boy. I don't know if they kept track beforehand how big it is, but it's big. Big Necroface. I will say the grave is mounting for magical explosions, but not a lot of opportunities to draw them. That's probably going to be Striker Dragon for Boot Sector launch. Nope. My bad on assuming. Multiple link into Lina. And since we know we're in a mirror-esque situation. Alright, continuing. Duelist fighting through lag. Lag is much better for him now. Good. After you finish the game, strongly advise logging out all the way and staying logged out for 5 total minutes should keep lag from coming back. Sounds good? Sometimes the DB grinder's gotta slow down. So we're gonna take Thunder Dragon the Hawk here. There's gonna be the White Dragon Wyver Buster. Kind of surprised it wasn't for a Necroface. Guess we're done using Necroface. Even though it's in there. Alright, good night, and thank you for the help. Always take care of yourself first. One of my phrases. Nemesis Corridor going to be used for an overlay instead. Oh, consideration it looks like. There's going to be the Thunder Dragon Colossus. And maybe a Link 4 after. Probably to stop Thunder Dragon Dark from doing something. Who knows? Here we go. Link Summon. Link 4 maybe? And it is Topological Bomber, which is legal right now. So is Boral End. And Wyver Buster's going to go get Collapse Serpent. There is a Fairy Tail Snow also that could have been used if, you know, Boral End was an option. I forget its material usage. Viewing deck. Going to get Collapse Serpent. I guess with Snow Bomber, that's a pretty powerful combination to be able to stop boards. And the Colossus stopping any searches is pretty big too. Thunder Dragon Hawk was sent from the field to the graveyard, so it looks like Hunter's using that ability here. And is going to be using all 5. Did not like his hand one bit. Interesting. Wants to be able to deal with the situation. And the end phase bounce, getting that resource back to hand, not stuck on the field. Graceful Charity here. That's going to draw, bypassing Colossus's search stopping. It's not going to stop draws. Plenty of cards doing that right here. There goes Dark, into the graveyard. And there goes Roar, taking care of all the Thunder Dragon engine here. Now on 7 cards. And here's Chicken Game, also a draw card. Gonna see if he can get himself to more Pot of Greeds, Graceful Charities. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't get much more degenerate than this. Graceful Charity again. Well, let me just get through all my deck while I'm at it. Now, let's also think, if there's a magical explosion down, how much more work has to be done? Snow kind of counteracts that. I saw a mosquito in front of myself. This is one of the problems of streaming in Texas. Mosquitoes everywhere. So if you see me clapping around, May not be for the duels, might be killing Insector that wasn't forced into the round. The only Ghost Sister not banned. Which is true, Moonlit Chill has made it to this point. There's a Snow normal summon targeting the Thunder Dragon Colossus, taking it out of the equation. Madoka saying, I don't need any other normal summon. Here we go. Kind of crazy the flip down effect wasn't tied to the special summon effect of Snow. So much utility. Bomber still can pop off at any time with Snow. Multiple times. The effect is if another monster is special summoned to a zone, any link monster points to while this monster is on the field. Destroy all monsters in the main monster zones. Also, your other monsters cannot attack for the rest of the turn. And excuse me, real quick. Professional sneeze, mic muting action here. This painful choice pops off and sends Tidal, Redox, Blaster, and 2 Eclipse Wyverns. 1 Eclipse Wyvern likely to be added to the hand here. Oh no, Redox is. Okay. So both Eclipse Wyverns are going to pop off. And remember that prior Eclipse Wyvern did have something, but it's already gone. Thanks to Necroface. Does he have one loaded in grave? He does have 2 Necrofaces loaded in grave. So Hunter's got to be wary of deck out as well. Interesting. There's the Chaos Imp. There's the Levianeer. So yeah, not a once per turn at all. Another monster special summoned to a zone of link monster points to. While this monster in the field, destroy all monsters in the main monster zones. Also, other monsters can't attack for the rest of the turn. Your other monsters. After damage calc of discarded attack imposes monster, inflict damage equal to that monster's original attack. So basically, Snow comes out, gets wiped, and can be a field wipe at any point once again. Oh, did Hunter trigger it already, wanting his Snow live? Interesting. Thunder Dragon uses effect. Levianeer coming down can just pop this. Not like the Boral Dragons, it doesn't have protection. It does look light, dark is going. Dragon's going after. I believe that's a pop too. Destroy up 2 cards on the field. That includes a back row. Snow is going to pop off at this point, but it's not like the Topologic and mid-chain effect. Shinobi Necro getting banished from hand. Interesting. This card banished in the graveyard to activate an effect. Special summon the card. It's getting banished from the hand. An explosion's going to pop off. For each spell card in the graveyard, there's going to be 200. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 2k damage. Uh-oh. And there is a dueling book fault lag, according to the judge earlier. I don't believe Madoka's in any pressing trouble, and there he's able to fight back through the lag. Takes the 2k. getting back into the game since toss. Again, I would use resources that are completely free to use, like Dueling Book. View games, see how games are, see what decks you vibe with. Also check out YCS coverage, official coverage, see what decks are getting played. Check out YugiTubers deck profiles, all that stuff. And while getting on Rusty, of course, play some of the game. Find the deck with the least initial knowledge, where you can get matchup knowledge against other decks. Slowly learn those decks by playing against them. And that's the best way to find some of the weak points, is also to play with the deck. And then figure out what really meshes with you in the current format when getting in. That's my advice. Trigger Thunder Dragon Dark. And it looks like this might be a 2-0. I know the Levianeer cannot attack currently, but here comes Thunder Dragon Colossus, and I know there's multiple Dragon Rulers ready and raring to go. It is looking like the game state is near game. There is a Fairy Tail Snow that can block at least once, if not twice, depending on the game state. Link Shokan into the Dark Charmer. Dark is going to summon Levianeer back. Interesting, it can attack, I suppose. Oh no, it just happened to be on top of my bed. There's effect. Colossus I don't think can be summoned, right? It's special summon, yeah. Yeah, it cannot be resummoned. It wasn't properly summoned. So we would have to do Bomber Dragon, I believe, of taking an opponent's. Or do one of his own. Oh, it's opponent's graveyard. He can only take Topologic. If another monster is special summoned to his own, Link monster points to. So now he has to be super careful of this. I believe it's mandatory. Yeah, he literally has to watch this middle zone. Mandatory effect. So now he's being careful. Someone's here. I believe he's being careful. This is not traditional. It's a custom ban list where chat donates $5 to ban cards from the TCG. $15 unbans a card for a round and a round only. Like if Thunder Dragon Colossus is brought back, only for round 4, cannot be any other round of the tournament. Top Cut does not have the unbans, but continues the ban list, and cards can continue to be banned from there. There's a Saryuja Skull Dread. It does not look like it's drawing, or is it? To summon, correct. Tracer, we've seen this show before. Tracer's going to be able to hit Chicken Game. Oz considering if this is where he snows. And he is. Tracer is a quick effect, however. So it will be able to chain to Snow's effect. And not necessarily stop this pop-off. Now the question is, what will happen to Snow post-summon? Or go at attempt. Madoka's targeting Chicken Game. Did he wait for the Snow? Yeah, Snow. Oh, Snow targeted it. And he's using it on Chicken Game, keeping it face down, keeping it locked on the field. Alright, there goes Hawk. Hawk's going to summon that. He's going to be able to... Is that a sync 10? Or... That's not a tuner. What's he going to do here? What's the play? Chaos Angel. Is it a synchro? Is it treated as a synchro due to Tracer? Is that what I inherently had in my mind? Madoka-chan wins the match. It is 2-0, and that's the round 4 feature. Tournament Madness, hope you join us sometime. This is the 11th one so far. Been doing this a long time. It's super fun, and round 4 is always absolutely insane like this. Thanks for joining.